What's up, basketball fans? Welcome to the Raptors Report. It's time to talk about the Toronto Raptors. I know it's been a while since I've made some videos about the Raptors. I'm currently vacationing in Iceland, and that's why you haven't seen any videos. But it's time to talk about Damian Lillard. There have been an intense amount of rumors linking him to the Toronto Raptors, and there's some more that just came out. Shout out to Rap City on Instagram for saying that apparently Mark Stein is reporting that the Toronto Raptors are the front runners to land Damian Lillard, and not only that, but also that Damian Lillard would come to the Raptors and actually play, which has been a major concern for a lot of Raptors fans. So he did say he spoke to two high ranking executives that said this as well. So this is very interesting. Obviously, there's a lot to talk about in terms of Damian Lillard, what it actually benefit the Raptors to trade for a 33-year-old, and what the potential package could look like. I'm going to be discussing all that in today's video. So if you want to like, subscribe, that'd be awesome as well, guys. Let's talk about Damian Lillard now. First of all, I've been saying this on Twitter for quite some time. Anytime you get a chance to trade for a superstar, you do it. But most importantly, in this situation, you look at the Damian Lillard situation. I know he's constantly said that he wants to play in Miami, and that has scared off a lot of teams because they don't want to trade for a player that might not play for their team, except he does have 3 years left on his contract, which makes it a little bit challenging for Damian Lillard to have any sort of say if he does get traded to a place where he may not be wanting to play. Now, if the Raptors do trade for him, I think this is great because he has 3 years left. And although people may find this whole Miami saga a little bit frustrating, there's absolutely no doubt in my mind that if he were to come to the Raptors, it's not as if he would just simply sit out for 3 years. He's 33 years old. He's not going to end his 3 years remaining, 4 years remaining in the league, finishing off like this. So I think it's obvious that even if he doesn't want to, even if Toronto Raptors may not be his first destination, he'll definitely want to play there. Now let's get to the Raptors and how he'd help the Raptors. One of the major concerns with the Raptors ever since pretty much Kawhi Leonard has left has been their offense. Their defense has been great over the years. I know last season was a little bit of a weird season, but in terms of the Raptors, in terms of what they would want, you look at the Raptors, they need clutch shooting, they need 3 point shooting, and they need someone that can, become their finisher. Damian Lillard is exactly that. He checks off pretty much everything the Raptors need in terms of 3 point shooting. Someone who can score a lot, pretty much put Pascal Siakam into his natural two spot. Pascal Siakam is currently being forced into a role he's not comfortable in being the number one option, which he's not. Having Damian Lillard there would complement Pascal Siakam's game and vice versa so much. It would be an excellent acquisition for the Toronto Raptors. Now, I know in terms of the package, that's what people are worried about. You're not giving up Scottie Barnes, guys, as many people have reported. If the Raptors were offering Scottie Barnes for Damian Lillard, this deal would have been done a long time ago, no doubt about it. I don't think Scottie Barnes is getting dealt. Now, there have been rumors in terms of who the Raptors could potentially give up. We're hearing OG Anunoby's rumors out there, linking Grady Dick potentially, and future picks as well. Now, obviously, you would have to give up at least something. We can't just give up two first round picks, Grady Dick and Precious Achiuwa. I don't think that deal gets done. And also taking salary into consideration as well. Now, I will say one thing: losing OG and Anunoby would hurt because we need a 3 and D. Although we can, obviously put Scottie Barnes in that position, I don't think Scottie Barnes has the same impact defensively as an OG and Anunoby with respect to Scottie Barnes' game. But also, we really need OG Anunoby's 3 point shooting. So it would be a little bit of a big loss to lose OG Anunoby. I know there's a lot of Grady Dick fans out there as well that wouldn't want him being included in that. We do have to include something, guys. Let's be honest. We do have to include something. And if I'm the Raptors, the selling point could be you're pretty much selling or pretty much just giving up a lottery pick in this situation rather than, giving up a Precious Achiuwa who's a 23rd, 22nd pick, or even opposed to, let's say if you have future first round picks you give up and they're lottery protected. That's the major selling point. So if you're giving up Grady Dick, whoever you're giving up, it could be one of those selling points that you're giving up a really good first round pick in terms of Grady Dick. Now, it's going to be hard to get this deal done, I think, because obviously the Raptors aren't going to give up a lot. Let's be honest. I know people are worried about that the Raptors may give up a lot. And then after you acquire Damian Lillard, what is there left over for the Raptors to compete? And how far can Damian Lillard take the Toronto Raptors? I do want to mention Dennis Schroeder is still here as well, guys. He's going to be an excellent backup player. So I think realistically, you're going to probably see one of Gary or OG get traded for salary purposes, but also they're attractive pieces. If it's Gary, most likely it'd have to be a third team involved. And also, I mean, you look at guys like one of Precious or Chris Boucher, I think is gone. You do need to clear up a little bit minutes at the power forward position. I think Malachi Flynn is included in that. You're probably sending out two first round draft picks as well. So it's going to be a little bit of a challenge as to, I think that's probably the holdup if the Raptors were to make that trade is what are the Raptors realistically going to give up? I think this Pascal Siakam, Damian Lillard duo would instantly be an Eastern Conference team, guys. People seem to forget one of the major things the Raptors were lacking ever since we lost Serge and Marc Gasol was a defensive center. We got that in Jakob Poeltl. I know he can't hit his free throws. I know he's not a great three-point shooter, but he's a good defensive guard. He can rebound. A good defensive, center. He can rebound. He's a great rim protector as well. So imagine him along with everyone else on the Toronto Raptors and how that defense will look. I know people are going to say, well, what has Damian Lillard done with the Portland Trail Blazers? Look at the roster around him. It hasn't been great. I know the concerns are that he's not a great defensive player, but realistically speaking, guys, the Raptors are a good defensive team. They could cover up his defense as well. So I don't think it's that much of a concern as many people believe it to be. And I know people are constantly going to compare this to Kawhi's situation, saying he's not a Kawhi Leonard. Look at the Eastern Conference. I've constantly tweeted about this on Twitter. If you follow me, is Philadelphia is a mess. James Harden wants out of there. Joel Embiid's probably going to get traded by next offseason. Cleveland Cavaliers, Donovan Mitchell's not extending that contract, whether it's for money, whether he wants to go to New York, whatever the case is. Knicks aren't going to do anything. Cavs aren't going to do anything. Celtics are a threat. But you look at teams like the Bucks as well. Giannis making those comments. Drew Holiday says he's going to retire another season or two when his contract ends. Chris Middleton isn't what he used to be with all those injuries. Brook Lopez is 36 years old. The East is more open than many people believe it to be. I know I'm leaving out the Miami Heat. Jimmy Butler doesn't even take the regular season seriously. He doesn't show up until, the second half of the season and the playoffs. They're obviously a really good team, but they're getting older. They lost two key role players as well. Kyle Lowry's getting older as well. I mean, Bam Adebayo can't shoot more than 10 feet outside the rim, so what is that team going to do? I think this is an Eastern Conference team. I think this would be an excellent acquisition for the Raptors. I think they should go for this. It obviously depends on what you're giving up. You're not giving up Pascal or Scotty realistically. You can't give up Yaka because you just re-signed him. So it'd have to be something along the lines of Chris Boucher, Thaddeus Young for salary purposes, OG Anunoby or Gary Trent Jr., maybe Precious or Grady, one of them as well, Malachi Flynn if you want to show him for salary purposes or just to clear up some roster space, and some first round picks as well. Now I know the concern is this isn't the same thing as the 2019 championship team, but think about it, guys. When you clear up those minutes, we do have Jalen McDaniels as well. And also, you look at the bench, I mean, regarding, whoever's going, Chris Boucher, Precious, you still got the other playing the power forward position. Christian Koloko should receive a lot more minutes at the center position. I'm not saying he's going to be a key contributor off the bench just yet. I think he can make a big leap, but there's a lot of good pieces we have that just haven't been getting minutes. So I think overall, guys, this is a golden opportunity for the Raptors to get a trade done for a superstar. I know the concern is that he's 33 years old. Stars don't age like they used to. This isn't 33 years old who's going to have one more good season and that's it. His decline is 20 points per game. This is Damian Lillard who's still going to average at least 25, 27 points for the next 2-3 seasons, which is something the Raptors could benefit for, and this would be an excellent trade for the Raptors. I'm very curious to hear your thoughts though, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. No shout out and no trivia question. Obviously, I don't have my software. I don't have my laptop with me. I'm recording this off my phone. Again, just a huge shout out from Iceland. Enjoying my vacation, but I'm also very excited to see that the Raptors could potentially trade for Damian Lillard. Guys, this is exciting news. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below, and that will be it for today's video. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have yourselves a great day or a great night. I don't know what the time zone is in Canada right now, but Iceland, it's about 8 o'clock. So take it easy, guys. That'll be it till next time.